This is going to be a very simple video explanation of how to cut a 60-degree angle on a miter saw. I'm not the first person that's explained this. There are hundreds of videos on YouTube. Most of them are so confusing. They are so over the heads of the average person, and you're just trying to figure out, well, why is that working? What the heck are they saying? So that is why we have my video, because I am awesome. And after you watch this, you're going to understand it, and you're going to leave me that thumbs up, subscribe, like, share, comment, donation link in the video description, and all that cool stuff. So, this is our miter saw. This is where we have the blade over here. Very simple. Unlike all those 20-minute videos, the 8-minute videos, so they can get in all their advertising. This is where your saw blade is. This is the fence. Not the fence in your backyard, the fence where you put your piece of wood over there. So, normally, you're going to make a 60-degree cut. You can't, because your saw is not going to allow you to do that. This is a 30-60 angle. So, this over here would be a 30-degree angle over here, and this would be a 60-degree angle. Your saw is not going to let you do that. So how do you do that? What you do is, this is really simple. You have to make a little jig, you have to make a block, get a piece of wood, get a whatever size wood you want to use that's going to be safe for you. And so we've got the wood. This isn't wood, this is plastic. Let's imagine that we've got our wood against the fence. And we're going to take, this is really easy, just stick with me. We're going to take the saw, we're going to take our miter saw, and we are going to, here's the blade, standard setup. We would make our 90-degree cut like this. We're going to take the blade and we're going to set the saw for 30 degrees. Very easy. Going to make sense in a minute. We're going to set the saw for 30 degrees, and that's the saw. And we're going to make a 30-degree cut on this piece of wood, which is going to be our jig. Very easy, unlike those 8-minute videos. 30-degree cut. And after we get this piece of wood, then you don't have to, but go over there and cut it down so that it's really easy. Get rid of the rest of the board. You're just going to have this little jig. Stick with me. The miracle is right, oh, look at that. I didn't make the line straight. I need to make the line straight. Okay. We've got our 30-degree jig over here. Now what you're going to do when you want to make your 60-degree cut is you put your 30-degree jig that you just cut, you're going to put that against the fence. And here we have our piece of wood. Now we need to consider that this is the piece of wood. The wood's not going to be a triangle. The wood's going to be straight. So the wood is just going to be a board. But let's say that, okay, so that what we want to say is that the board is really going all the way here. You're going to take your jig, put it against the fence. You're going to take your whole piece of wood, and again, it's not this triangle, it's this big block of wood, and you're going to put it against your jig. You're going to line it up against your jig, and you're going to take your saw and do what you did before. You're going to put it on a 30-degree cut. Here's the miracle, people. You're going to put it on a 30-degree cut against your jig. And what ends up happening when you have your jig with 30 degrees plus cutting the next piece at 30 degrees, you end up getting your 60-degree angle. Now, is that an incredible thing? The dangle on this angle is perfect, and that's how you get a 60-degree cut out of making your 30-degree jig. And this is going to work with just anything. You can do this with you can do this with your 45, you can make a 45-degree jig and then add some other numbers to that to come up with whatever number you want. But we just took a 30-degree jig, took our block of wood, which lined up over here. It was technically, that's what it was, and we ended up cutting it, and we end up getting, our 60-degree angle by putting in a 30-degree jig and setting the saw for 30 degrees. For those of you that did not go to the LA City School that I went to, 30 plus 30 equals 60. Make sure you click on that notification bell. Thank you. Happy holidays.